welcome on in to another episode of Getting Wild with Terry and Friends, Baseball Edition. I'm Terry, that's Occupancy, and we're ready to break down some baseball. The earlier games are already underway. The Brewers, as nobody is surprised, are leading the Cincinnati Reds, and the Angels. Red Sox are tied, but the Angels have a guy on base, top of the seventh. So that is your live update of current games, and Washington is up 2-0 on Colorado. We'll jump into the first game that I chose for tonight. The Blue Jays, minus 155, are in Cleveland, facing the Guardians, plus 135, a total of 8 in this one. Barrios for the Blue Jays, after his rough first outing, he has definitely rebounded in his last 3 games. 2 wins, 1 no decision. He's allowed 1 earned run, 2 earned runs, and 1 earned run in that time. Not really walking anybody, getting strikeouts, but he has been allowing hits. 7 hits against Houston in his last game, 5 against Boston, and then 8 against Boston the game before that. So Barrios is allowing hits, but he's getting himself out of trouble when it matters. On the other side here, Savali for Cleveland has not got off to a very good start. He is 0-2 in the year with a 10.67 ERA. In his last 2 games, he has allowed 6 earned runs in both games. So he has not been pitching very well as of late. He's not walking anybody, but he is allowing hits and then obviously earned runs. He's going around 3 or 4 innings per game before getting pulled. So he is just not pitched well at all. I love the Jays here. I'm a lot higher on Barrios than a lot of people, but there's a huge pitching advantage here for the Jays. And I didn't back them yesterday, and of course they won, but I'm back on them today. I'm on the Jays run line, plus 108, and then I have their money line in 2 parlays. Sorry, in 3 parlays. One that's has the Angels in Milwaukee that are currently in play, and then 2 parlays mixed with hockey, which I'll go over at the end of the show at last pitch. So I like the Jays here, and I haven't been taking the Jays on the run line because they have been going a lot of one-run games. But today I'm doing it. I'm taking the Jays on the run line. I think they smack around Savali. If Oakland and the Yankees can get 6 earned runs and 7 hits, then the Jays can do it too. So I think the Jays smack. If you want to look at Jays team total over, I want to talk you off that as well. I believe Teoscar Hernandez is back in the lineup today. Let me just make sure that is 100% correct. No, he is not. Okay. So probably one more day for Hernandez. And George Springer is not in the lineup today either. But I'm not worried. He can come in as a pinch hitter later on if need be, but I like the Jays here. Occupancy, Blue Jays, and Guardians. What do you think here?
I think the same thing as you, Terry. What's going on? How you doing today? No difference of opinion here for this game at all. Make sure you hit the like and subscribe, please. Even if you are watching this video later or something on YouTube, even if you're not watching live, leave a comment just even in the video, like on the YouTube, because it'll just boost up the clickbait and all that. And I don't pay attention to that, but Terry will get that notification. And anything helps, really. Just I love talking baseball, and I love betting baseball. It's one of my favorite things to do. I'm treating this as a full-time job, so the line's opened at minus 150 for the Toronto baseball team. Doesn't look like they've moved all that much. I'm not really interested in winners and losers in this game. Toronto has won 16 and lost 10. Just taking a look at the standings. Cleveland has won 11 and lost 13. I'm not trying to pick a winner or a loser tonight, just because I don't know the teams as much as other teams in like local markets and all that stuff. But when I go to team totals, 4.5 runs at minus 130, I just feel like is a pretty good shot. You know, it just seems like a fair number. It's a little juicy, but not terribly. And we're only asking for 5 runs against a Savale. And what has he done for us lately? I mean, his Sierra number isn't that great.
Well, he allows 6 runs and 7 hits. That's what he does. So.
6, yeah,
nothing for his backers. Anyone backing Guardians.
And listen, if I recall correctly, you know, I think Toronto's actually been cold. So I think if there's a time to heat up, let's just check the weather real quick. It is a dome because no, it's not.
I'm not sure actually.
No, it's 6%. It's 54 Fahrenheit, 6% chance of rain, wind 7 miles per hour. Just another day in Cleveland, honestly. Yeah, yeah, for sure. No, I just think the Jays team total over 4.5 minus 130. Just gonna make my card. It just seems like a fair shot to play. You know, make a couple units on this game. So that's all I'm looking at, really.
I like it. One other thing I forgot to mention: Cleveland is 1-11 against teams with a 500 record or better. So 1 win, 11 losses in 12 games against teams like Toronto with a winning record. So keep that in mind. Moving on along to the second game here, the Mets are in Philadelphia. Plus 145 for the Mets, minus 165 for the Phillies in this one. Aaron Nola on the mound for Philadelphia. 1-3 this year with a 3.9 ERA. In his last 3 games, 2 losses, 1 no decision, 3 earned runs, 0 earned runs, 2 earned runs. Not really walking anybody. Back-to-back 9 strikeout games. The one game versus Milwaukee, he had 1 hit. And then in Colorado and in New York facing this Mets team, he allowed 7 hits and 6 hits in Colorado. So the Mets were able to smack him around a little bit last time. 7 hits, 3 earned runs with the win. And now that was in New York. On the mound for the Mets, Tajan Walker, who's pitched a total of 7 innings, both against Philadelphia. He has yet to allow a earned run, 2 hits in those 7 innings, 2 walks, 5 strikeouts. So he hasn't pitched a whole lot, but both games were against his Philadelphia team, and he pitched very well. I haven't got anything officially in this game, but the Mets money line at an underdog price is looking pretty nice here. They are coming off a loss, but Philadelphia's lost 3 in a row. The more I look at this is a Mets spot. I think I'll take them first game, a full game instead of first 5, because obviously we know this Phillies bullpen. We know what they're able to do. So yeah, I'll take the Mets here at a plus price. Occupancy, Mets and Phillies. What do you think here?
Yeah, Terry. I'm just looking at the way these lines opened up, and Mets actually opened up at plus 120. And we've seen where this line's moved. I think there's probably a lot of money coming in on Nola starting. I don't blame the public. You know, I see some of the same things that everyone else sees as well. And I also look at this Mets team. 18 wins, 9 losses to start the season. Philadelphia, 11 wins and 14 losses to start the season. There's a clear advantage. And if the books are even going to give us a plus 1.5, minus 160. Nah, I mean, honestly, I feel like now I just buy down the Blue Jays team total to 4, and then either go with a plus 1.5 with the Mets. I'm just like a low, high volume, low unit better, you know. So for me, just like a lot of plays are going to make my card with juice as what it is, but just don't have anything against parlays. Anyway, no disrespect for Aaron Nola either. He's obviously a great pitcher. We've all seen what he has put up this season. Just here, Terry, make sure. Can you hear me still?
Yeah, you're good.
Okay, Aaron Nola, 3.9 ERA, 0.94 WHIP, 11.06 strikeouts per 9, 32% clip, 1.63 walks per 9, 0.267 BABIP, 3.85 FIP, 2.24 Sierra. It's a pitcher that I'm not really happy about being against. I'm not. It's not a place, but we're asking the Mets to even keep it within a run or two towards the end of the game. I mean, check the bullpens. Mets are 6th right now, and this other club is down at the bottom, 22. So I think it's a substantial offer to get a run and a half for them. I just asked to keep it close. You don't even have to win; just keep it close. So that with this Toronto team total is a plus 192. I'm going to lock that in. I'm going to do a half unit on that. I think it's a good play. We'll see. All right, guys. Next up, Terry, you got anything else on this game?
Yeah, the Mets. Well, I was going to say something. I totally forgot now. Yeah, Nola has looked. The price could be affected just by his name. He's been a very good pitcher his career, but this year he's not quite looked the same yet. But obviously it is early in the season. But the Philadelphia bullpen, what it is, that's why I'm happy to take the Mets money line at this price, because even if the Phillies are leading by two or three, we know what the Phillies bullpen can do here late and pull back the comeback. So I like it for sure. Moving on along to this one. The Twins minus 155 are in Baltimore plus 135, a total of 8.5 here. The Orioles getting the win yesterday. Chris Archer will pitch today. He's been going about 3 or 4 innings, allowing 1 or 2 runs, a few hits, a few walks, some strikeouts. So a mixed bag for Archer. Not really playing fantastic, but not horrible either. Watkins on the other side here. He's been going 4 or 5 innings, allowing 1 or 2 runs. And he's been pitching pretty well. But this Twins team is just better overall. But that's why they are priced the way they are. I have not got anything in this game yet. Occupancy? Any thoughts here, Twins and Orioles?
No, this line opened up minus 165. It's moved a little bit. Team total for Minnesota, 4.5 minus 120, 3.5 for Baltimore. Total in this game, yeah, eight and a half across the board. Yeah, I'm not super keen on the Twins' performance yesterday. I saw the score, and they drop games. It's not like every team wins them all and has, New York Mets clips, but still 15-10 to the money line or standings, whatever you want to call it. Whereas Baltimore 9-16. So Minnesota still playing better baseball. This could be a situation where I look at Spencer Watkins on the mound and say, well, he's not striking out a lot of batters, but he's not walking a lot of batters either. Actually he is. The Sierra is pretty high actually. So now that I see this more and more, I think I'm gonna drop it down to a quarter unit and go Minnesota team total over 4 bought down with a Mets money line, because then I'll get the value with the Mets money line, and then I'm spreading the risk on if Toronto wins and doesn't get over or something like that. And then I like Minnesota in the spot, right? So I'm just trying to get in kind of the full card. I bet the card as we go on the show, which is some different, but maybe fun for the viewers or something if you're also looking to make bets during the shows, or you look at it after. And obviously, just try to support us on Twitter if you can. Wouldn't be bad to just get the show out there. So thanks a lot. So that was a Minnesota team total over 4 parlayed with the Mets money line, and I'm also on Mets plus 1.5 with the Toronto Blues over 4.
Oh, Blue Jays, yeah.
Yeah.
All right. Twins and Orioles. We'll move on along to the next one here. Miami is in San Diego, minus 110 each way, and this one. This game is pretty interesting. Miami was hot. They were just winning. And then now they're not, and they're just losing. So their winning streak came to an end, and now they're on a 4-game losing streak here, 12-12 on the year. The San Diego team, they did lose yesterday in game 2 when I was on them to win. And I feel kind of dumb because the Padres team total over, I was cashing with it. And then for some reason, I didn't bet it in either game yesterday. It cashed both games. They hit 5 runs. Today, it's 3.5 plus 110. So you know what to do. The Padres have been scoring 5 runs a game, sometimes more. So to ask them to get 4 in the entire game, yes, Luzardo has pitched well for the most part this year, but he's shown, especially last year, that he can get roughed up in spots. And this Padres team finds ways to score runs. So I'll take the Padres team total over 3.5 plus 110 in this one. Occupancy, Marlins and Padres. Any thoughts here? You're muted.
Sorry about that. Didn't want to interrupt. I can't really talk you off Padres team total over right now. Not with the way they're playing. It's not in my place to talk anyone off that. So, I hope your bets cash. The money line opened up at minus 140 for the Padres, plus 120 for the Marlins. Since that line's moved.
Yeah, it's moved a ton.
So
people really like Luzardo, or something. People must really like the Marlins for some reason.
I'll tell you, the people, the money and the tickets are on the Marlins, which means more people think the Marlins are going to win this baseball game than the Padres. I look at the standings, see 16-9 for the Padres, and I see 12-12 for the Marlins. You know, if I can't talk about the Diamondbacks, I don't know where I'd be because um, Padres come back from a big road trip. That's probably why. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like they played well on the road trip. A little error at the end would have been a different outcome on the wins, but still, try to cash a couple tickets with the Padres. I like the Padres team a lot. I got to watch the Marlins game during the day versus the D-backs, which was an awesome game. That was when Mad Bum got ejected and all this stuff happened. I was on the Diamondbacks plus a half in the first five and full game actually. But this Miami team is good at any given notice. But I still like the Padres in this spot, especially if you really consider it. If the money started at minus 140 and now it's moved to minus 110, that's a good deal. You're getting more money for the same selection. So I would lean on the Padres tonight.
Yeah.
Actually,
It kind of scares me a little bit that it's moved so much, but that's why I like the Padres team total because, especially yesterday, they lost 7-6. I think
yeah,
they lost 7-6 or 6-5 or something. But just relying on them to score some runs. In their pitcher, Nick Martinez hasn't looked very good either for San Diego. He's allowing 2 earned runs, 4 earned runs, 5 hits, 4 hits, 7 hits, 5 walks, 4 walks, 2 walks. So he's not really pitching amazing. So I can understand why people have come in on the Marlins, but being on a 4-game losing streak and the way the Padres are hitting, Padres team total over for me.
yeah, Terry, I agree with you, and I don't, I do like this matchup more and more. Hopefully, we can get to watch this game tonight. I don't know if there's gonna be a lot of other sports on, but this one would definitely be a good one to keep. If people are watching, I think this will be a fun game to watch. I'm just looking at the weather here: 0% chance of rain, 66 Fahrenheit, winds 7 miles per hour, left to right. I feel like at a 7. At an over 7 too. That could just be a 7 waiting to happen. It actually opened up at 6.5, so they really weren't expecting runs. So I don't know. I probably won't bet that one, but it just was an interesting look. I like the Padres in this game. I think I'm going to end up getting them on the money line for half a unit. It looks like. I like this look. Listen, what I was going to say is people in the the Angels are just rolling up the over.
Yeah.
Sorry, but I like the Padres in this spot. I think they're a good baseball team. They have really talented offense. And people in my space were saying Miami with Alcantara and Lopez for sure. And then kind of on the other, maybe not. Like maybe don't take the Marlins when they're not pitching. But I like the Padres half unit on the money line. I think they get the job done. It'd be a hard one to miss.
I wonder if this moves even more. Like if
It
you
did.
wait,
It's minus 108 right now, actually.
so you should probably wait to take the Padres until right before game time. You might get plus money. If
Go
the
back down
Padres
too, though.
goes to plus money, then I'll
Yeah.
hit them. I'll bet Padres money line if it gets to plus money by game time. But
What I
we'll
might
see.
do is I might add a half unit back, so like it'll end up being a full unit if I see it at plus money during the game or something. Because I'm gonna be working tonight. There's a ton of hockey games on the slate. Be sure to check out the NHL show that's coming up in just under half an hour here.
We'll
But
jump
yeah,
into the last game and finish her on off. The Rays minus 135 are in Seattle. plus 115, a total of 6.5 in this one. I said it. I said Robbie Ray, after leaving Toronto, he would take a little bit of a step back, and he's 2-2 with a 4.1 ERA. So kind of matching more of his career total. Not really what he did with the Jays last year. One win, one loss, one no decision in his last 3 games, allowing 2 or 3 runs. He's still getting strikeouts, but hasn't really pitched up to last year's performance. Although last year, obviously, a Cy Young performance, it is hard to match that the next year. On the other side, McClanahan, he also has 1 win, 1 loss, 1 no decision. 2 walks in his last 3 games, 27 strikeouts. So he's been getting a ton of strikeouts. And nothing officially for me here, but after seeing the amount of strikeouts McClanahan is getting, I may have to look at a prop for that and get some strikeouts here from McClanahan. Occupancy, any thoughts here, Rays and Mariners?
Yeah, I'm gonna invest. I'm investing in the Seattle baseball team. I decided to do it a couple weeks ago, so I don't even think about it too much anymore. I'm taking a chance with them to, over the course of the season, be a plus 500 team on the money line. If you look at them in the standings right now, they dropped a little bit. They're 12 and 13, so they're right around. I'm not ready to get off yet. Looking at the Tampa Bay team, 15 and 10. Obviously, they have weapons that are dangerous. I watched a couple of their baseball games, and I know that they're a tough opponent. I believe money came back in on. Pretty sure this line opened up minus 105 for Robbie Ray and the Mariners. Yeah. So to me, this seems like a good bargain. So I think I'm gonna go with a half unit on the Seattle money line. If you watch their games with Houston, they're the type of team, like, what you're getting when you bet them. They're not a flashy team. They kind of got to grind out hits. Eugenio Suarez cold does not help the club. He has a lot of home run accolades in the last couple seasons. Just listen to the announcers and whatnot. And when they're not hitting, they're really not competitive. So I still like Robbie Ray on the mound. Can't imagine his advanced numbers aren't that good. But just to take a look, 4.15 ERA, 1.25 WHIP, Sierra numbers at actually a 4.2, FIP 4.37. He's walking 3.5 batters a game and striking out 7. I like the McClanahan look as well for strikeout prop. I think that's also definitely something in the cards that could happen today. I heard a couple strikeout props, over in the Milwaukee and Cincy game. I got to check if those hit. But I never really disagree with it with a good strikeout prop. I need to do my hitters props. Probably do that after the show and break time and after work. Probably be doing that. But no, okay. So do you want to move on, Terry, or anything more you have to say?
Nope, okay. We'll move on. We're already at half hour here. So we'll move on along to last pitch, and I'll go over everything that I'm on. So Angels, Milwaukee, Toronto parlay. Obviously, Angels, Milwaukee earlier on. Both looking well. So Toronto is the third leg in that. The Rockies team total over 5.5, which has already started as well. Milwaukee run line, which has already started as well. For games that haven't started yet, Blue Jays run line minus 1.5 plus 108. The Mets money line, which I haven't bet yet, but we'll be betting after the show. Padres team total over 3.5 plus 110. And then I have Toronto money line in a parlay with Colorado and Calgary in the NHL, and Milwaukee and Toronto parlay mixed with Colorado and Calgary in the NHL. So a couple of multi-sport, mixed sport parlays there. But yeah, that's it for me. Occupancy, if you want to say anything else for last pitch, and we'll go on to best bets.
Not much more to say. Love talking baseball. Whenever people want to talking about it, make sure to share the video on Twitter. Really trying to get our viewers up and everything. Listen, I bet I'm on this Red Sox team total over. Just need 3 runs. Don't even have to win the ball game. Just maybe have a big 8th and 9th just to get me back. So that'll start off as down minus 0.75. But that's why I go unit betting and keep it within reason. Mortgage bets are cool, but I don't want to do one every day. But I do have one I'm thinking about for the hockey show. So we'll see. There's some good series prices out there right now. But anyway, I like Toronto Blue Jays team total over 4, parlayed with the Mets plus 1.5. I like the Minnesota Twins team total over 4, parlayed with the Mets money line. I like the Mariners on the money line. I like the Padres on the money line. Maybe a personal play on the Tigers money line. Scooball was told to be a bet on pitcher. I got to check him out. I got to do a little more research, and there's a lot of games to cap today. Seriously, there's a lot of games to cap today. So I'm trying to get to them all. I also want to bet the Giants again. I'm 0 for 2 on the Giants in the last 2 games. It's just not where you want to be with that kind of team. It's terrible. And now I got to lay minus 125 with them. So I'm not really rushing to the window for that. That's Cinco de Mayo game. Oh, yeah, it's back at home. Oh, that's a Giant. Oh, okay, wait, never mind. I think the Giants money line's got a big card. Terry, can you guys are you still there on the show here?
Yeah, of course.
All right, cool. Just making sure. Yeah, so I'll be adding Giants money line there. Take a shot. But other than that, nothing official. If I make any official plays, I'll be sure to tweet them out, and then I'll check the comments. So hopefully, people, tell us, what we can change or improve or whatever. I mean,
it's good. We'll move on to best bets here. We'll start with dog of the day. I'll bring out the standings. This is the current show standings here. Occupancy are leading dog of the day, 10-5 so far. So that's a pretty nice dog of the day lead. And then I'm leading best bets. And then everything else. We'll move on along here. We'll start with dog of the day. Nothing for me today. Nick went with Detroit. Tim went with the Mets. And Brian's going Seattle. Occupancy, is there a dog you like today?
Yeah, Terry, I'll pull up the spreadsheet here. Dog of the day, I'm gonna go with
the Mets.
Yeah.
All right, and then we'll go to over or under. For me, no total today that I like. I obviously like the Padres team total, but no full game total. Nick is going Baltimore, Minnesota over 8.5. Tim is taking the Mets in Philadelphia under 8. And Brian is going Miami, San Diego over 7. Occupancy, you're taking Toronto, Cleveland over 8.
I think it's worth a shot.
All right. Best bets, best parlay pieces. For me, San Diego team total over 3.5 plus 110. Best parlay piece will be Toronto plus 1.5. Nick is taking the Tigers first 5 money line as his best bet. Tigers first 5 plus 0.5 as his parlay piece. Tim is going Toronto run line best bet, Toronto money line as his parlay piece, and Bryant is going Seattle money line as his best bet. Toronto first 5 plus 0.5 as his parlay piece. And occupancy, you are taking Seattle money line as your best bet, and Detroit plus 1.5 as your parlay piece. That is a show. Best of luck to everybody tonight. What's the Twitter for my guy with the Yankee hat? Love his analysis in detail. Smart parlay, man.
I appreciate that.
Occupancy.
Thank you, Hamid.
You can find his link in the description of this video. You'll be able to find it after the video is done. You can find him at Occupancy on Twitter. And you can find his picks on my spreadsheet. And the link is also in the description of the video. So best of luck to everybody tonight. And we will see you again tomorrow we'll see you in half an hour for the NHL playoff show. And then see you again tomorrow for more episodes of Getting Wild with Terry and Friends. Best of luck tonight, guys. Have a good one.
See ya, everyone. Thanks.